Good evening, YouTube. This is MTP Flyers, and right off the bat I want to apologize if the quality of the audio is not the best. My microphone unfortunately crapped out on me. So, we're going to go shoot this old school style. And right here in front of me we have the Capsule Rebel by Switcheasy, and standard reptile for the iPhone 4. Now, the guys over there were nice enough to send me out one of each to try out, so Switcheasy, thank you guys very, very much. And I have another unboxing coming from them tomorrow as well, another new case that they have coming out called the Trim. So let's get these opened up, let's check them out and see exactly what's doing. Alright, so I cheated a little bit and opened these up just to cut the tape to save a little bit of time. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is obviously just show you guys the standard stuff that comes in the Capsule Rebel. And you know, one thought while I'm opening this up, I could have sworn that the Capsule Rebels were just called Rebels back in the day, and that there was the Capsule Neo, and I thought maybe they just changed the name, we didn't even realize it. No, I was wrong. I went back to one of my older videos, and lo and behold, it was the Capsule Rebel. None of us called it the Capsule Rebel, we just called it the Rebel, and then there was the Capsule Neo, so just food for thought. I don't know if anybody was thinking that out there. You got all your goodies in here, we'll hit that in a second. And microfiber. You have your squeegee, or card, and of course you got some pretty quality screen shields. And I know a while ago I mentioned that I wanted to compare these to the older style, so I still will do that. I still have some of the old styles on there, and we can definitely check them out to see if there's any changes in those, but pretty cool. And of course you have the case itself, but let's just show you the goodies real quick here. Now these are standard for all colors across, obviously everybody is familiar with that, I hope. You got your stand right there. They've adjusted that to the square side of the iPhone 4. You got cool red plugs for your 30-pin dock connector and your headphone jack. And two dock stands, one white, one black, depending on what stand you may have. Universal stand, dock stand, iPod radio, whatever your flavor is. So, what are the changes to this? Well, obviously it being the iPhone 4, you have your square design, but they still have the cool little spine here that goes around the entire device. They automatically gotten rid of any potential flash problems by circling around that, so they must have just sat back and watched everybody make mistakes and fixed it. However, you and I, who have had the old Rebels, were used to the ends just snapping around the front of the phone. Not so on these. It's a little different. You still have your silicone, however, the roll is kind of twisted a little bit here. The snap frame of the case is actually the entire bezel now. So you have it, everything is connected. So instead of just having the teeth that wrap around the phone, it's actually part of it to give you I guess a different style or a different feel on it. But you still have your silicone piece here. You can see all the injection points. But since you have a hard frame, not a clear frame, it doesn't really matter. And let's just throw the white iPhone in here. So I think that's the pretty cool part. Now I do have a front and a back screen protector on here. Will it fit? Don't know. I guess we'll find out in a second. And it did go on there. It's very snug in there. It fits very well. And I don't seem to be experiencing any shortages on the sides there because of the extra added piece on the back there. Let's throw on the case here. Now, of course, it being a little more sturdy up here, you want to put your buttons in first. And I guess just work it around and snap it on. And look at that. That fits just perfectly on there. And I do have a back protector on this, and that is the SGP install that I did not too long ago. As a matter of fact, I've got the incredible shield right here. Right here. So it will work, guys. And I really like the way that looks. So that is pretty cool. Very quality. You have your lay in the table design, although it be very minimal, but it is, you know, a lot better than some other ones we've seen out there. Your speaker and microphone are cut out. Your 30-pin dock connectors cut out. Your volume rockers are part of the silicone case behind it. Your your vibrate switch is exposed. you have a fairly, I don't know, I guess that's kind of a medium style cutout there, or depth-wise. I don't know if everything will fit in there or not, but of course you have your sleep awake button, which feels pretty good. I turned my phone off for the case of this install. Now, I did notice one thing. It sticks up the back here a lot like the Rebel M, I think it was. So you're not going to be able to lay this flat on the table. It's not going to give you a good a good holder. Probably slide around a lot. However, with your lay on the table design, you can put that sucker down in the face and not worry about it. Now, of course, you guys know, hey, we've seen the Rebel, we've seen the plugs. Always want to mix these up and try them up. So let's just, we'll try the white on here and put the white spine on here. Black with the red. You get the idea. I'm not going to have you guys wait around here all that. I'm going to just skip around and I'll show you with each one. So, real quick, I got low battery. So, runs pretty good. Buttons have no problem. Good response. So, let's dress this up and try in different colors. I'll pop back on here, and what takes me minutes will seem like seconds to y'all. Right back. Before I start doing this, let's take this off real quick and see how hard it is to remove from the phone. And I would guess we'll just go the same way that we put it on. We'll work the corner up, work the other corner up, since it tends to be more of a, you know, one-piece style, and that will just slide right out. Once you work them off, push that out, pick your phone out, you're good to go. Cool. Not too hard to remove there. I guess that doesn't really matter, any of the softness or anything of that on the inside. So, alright guys, I don't know, what do you think? It looks like a giant candy cane. I don't know. Especially with the white phone on the front. This is definitely Christmas feel there. So let's invert these, and I know it's a white iPhone and everything, but let's invert these and try them the other way real quick. Alright, so we've got the inverted the other way. Still reminds me of a little bit of a candy cane. So, I'm not sure if I'm too crazy about that. So let's try the black, and white and white and black and red and black. Alright, so there's the black. Pretty sleek, pretty clean. And you know, I forgot to show you white and white, but you know, guess what, that would look kind of weird with the white iPhone, but that's pretty mean looking. I like that. Again, still same quality fit on everything on the corners, and everything is pretty good. And you know, we were always worried about that saggy bottom. Pretty good, nice and firm on there. They got a lot more product on there to hold that up. So, switch it up. That looks pretty cool. You know, it just reminds me of doing the old Capsule Neos. I really miss the doing the skin and then putting the case over it, and then the H-frame. Remember that? As a matter of fact, I've got I've got the old ones right here. I dug them up for the iPhone 3G. I still have those sitting in there, and actually I ended up getting another one of the white. Look how dirty that got just by using it. But old school Capsule Neos, those were awesome. I love those skin. No, I didn't like those skins. Those were a pain in the ass. Well, this is for all those cheesy devil fans out there. They probably like the red and the black better, but that does look pretty nasty on there, especially with the white. I like the way that really pops, the 3 different colors on there. So, pretty cool. There you go. That looks more Devils-like. I like that. I actually do like that better. And you could swap out the plugs, so you could do like a black plug there and a black plug there, and then, you know, the vice versa the other way. But that looks really sharp. I like that a lot. That's really cool. So, pretty sweet. Alright, one more shot. Wow, that is white. White and white, more white and more white. It's messing with my white balance, as a matter of fact. You can see that on there. So, that is it, guys. Everything fit really well. That down there? Yeah, that's good. Everything fit real well. No saggy bottom. And everything lined up perfectly. I had no problems with anything. Everything worked just well. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I've made a mess of my desk here, and I'm pretty excited with the different colors. I hope they come out with more colors. I thought this was pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will talk to you later. See ya! Guys, I wanted to jump back on here and just give you a heads up. I actually did a 3-part video, oh my god, about a year ago, of different Rebel cases mixed up. And I called it the Rebel mashup. So you're more than welcome to go ahead and click on any of the 3, like how that popped up there, and check them out. Comment, see what you think, and figure to be something different. Check out some of the old school stuff. So 1, part 2, and part 3. So enjoy. You gonna pick? Well, you can always come back and play one of the other ones. I mean, I know they weren't that great, but tried to do as much as I could. Wasn't a partner at the time, so I couldn't make a big giant ass video. So still here, huh? Let's see, what else do I got here to keep you in case you don't want to go. No, since you stuck around this long, I went the black one. Got the headphone cover and the 30-pin dock connector black on the bottom. So, I guess if you stuck around, you got a little bit something extra, huh? So, I might go with white buttons on the bottom and do like a white on there because I think it would stay cleaner. I don't know. So, pretty cool. This is kind of getting uncomfortable here. You gonna pick or no? Okay. So, I guess that's it. Gonna have to cut you in 5, 4, 3. See you.